So who am I speaking with?
Yeah, my name is Dave Nielsen from CloudCamp and now the Silicon Valley Cloud Center.
Yes, and you're giving a session here at Silicon Valley Code Camp about, well, all the different platforms as a service. So can you kind of walk me through a bunch of them? Give me a bunch of bulleted points on the different services out there.
Yeah, well, first of all, the reason why I'm doing this is it's always been an area of interest of mine. I've consulted for many companies over the last 5 years, all trying to do platform as a service, and it's really hard. But now we're getting to a point where we're starting to see that infrastructure as a service is sort of leveled off. We understand what it is. It's becoming more of a commodity. It's kind of standardizing. And according to Clayton Christensen, whenever some layer in the technology becomes a commodity, the next layer starts to innovate. So right now, platform as a service is that next layer, and it is definitely innovating. And so the Silicon Valley Cloud Center, what we're trying to do is help private cloud be as easy to use as public cloud. And really the only way to do that is at the platform as a service layer, where you automate all of this, the kind of muck of infrastructure and IT, and simply focus on delivering an excellent product and service for developers to build their applications on. So that's what platform as a service software is. It's a software that you install in your own cloud, and if you ever want to move your application, you simply install that same platform as a service software somewhere else and then run your application there. So it's very portable. Definitely meets all the requirements that enterprises need, and it's going to drive cloud computing significantly.
So let's go through. Give me a bunch of the services and what do you like about them, what you don't like about them.
My favorites right now, I would have to say, AppScale is kind of like an open source version of AppEngine. Cloud Foundry is sort of new.
So what does that mean, an open scale version of AppEngine?
Open source version means that with AppEngine, it's only a service. You can't download the software and run it yourself.
What does AppEngine do?
AppEngine is a platform as a service environment offered by Google, which allows you to basically just put your code in the cloud and it runs and scales for you.
Okay, and so AppScale essentially does what to that?
It allows you to create your own private instance of that on your own hardware and software so that you can run it and it doesn't have to always run in the Google Cloud.
Okay, and give me another example of a platform as a service you like.
Well, there's a couple companies that have been setting up platform as a service software that actually runs multiple programming languages, and I think that that's one of the most interesting things right now. AppScale does this to some limited degree. Cloud Foundry does it a little bit more. What that means is that the platform as a service functionality will actually work to scale out applications running on multiple programming languages. So not just Python or not just PHP or not just Java. An N number of programming languages, and then the services that they provide are all accessible by those programming languages, whether it be the database or virtual storage or what have you. And so basically you set this software up and you can run any programming language you want, basically.
That's pretty darn nice. Any others you really like?
Well, let's see. There's some pretty cool ones, like it really depends on what you call platform as a service, but let's see. One of the older ones that I've always liked, it's sort of a niche one, is Scalar, which is a PHP platform as a service. It's only for PHP. Let's see, Apprenda is pretty cool. IBM Workload Deployer is more like an enterprise version of this. So if you want to do it on big iron and you want to have your company really go big and support heavy big systems, they'll do that for you. So I'd say those are sort of the ones that I would highlight.